Welcome back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 48. The conversation I want to get into today, should Devin Haney have any concern with working with Eddie Hearn? Let's take a look at a few clips on what Eddie Hearn had to say on addressing the matter with trying to land Devin Haney the big fight with George Kambosos. But in regards to Eddie Hearn, is he truly doing enough for Devin Haney?
Biggest win from an Australian fighter, I think, of all time. And, just incredible.
Should Devin win? Obviously, after tonight, we've got to be more careful about these things. But should Devin win next Saturday, surely that's the fight to make on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he's going to get Tank, whoever. Everyone's going to want to fight him.
You see Ryan's tweet?
Yeah, well, they'll all think Ryan Garcia's. They all know. They'll think that they can beat George. They'll think they can beat George Kambosos.
Picture with Devin, and he's in the house too.
He's over there, yeah.
So what's going on with Devin? Maybe
Just we
Kambosos?
want to make it clear to Kambosos, whatever it takes, we're in. We keep hearing rumours about, they're not willing to do this. We're at whatever it takes for Devin to get that fight. We will be in Australia.
We're able to cross paths with Devin Haney. What's the latest with the Kambosos
We're
negotiations?
talking to DAZN. I mean, look, George keeps coming out on social media and saying we're waiting for the offer, but they want to promote the fight, and we're going to Australia. So normally in that instance, we'd be receiving an offer, making an offer to do a fight on your show in your country. But we're happy to do that as well. So, we've been talking to DAZN, who are very, very keen to make the Devin Haney fight, of course, for the Undisputed Championship.
So let's jump right into the topic. Do you guys think that Eddie Hearn is actually doing enough for Devin Haney to actually land him the big fights? I've never seen anything like it. I have been around the sport of boxing for quite some time. I may not have been on YouTube, but I have been around the sport for a very long time. Have seen a lot of classic fights. I've seen fighters up and down, champion after champions, all kind of stuff. So I have never witnessed a fighter actually having a major title, and he can defend it, but he can't defend it against the guys that has other major titles. So it's a very weird situation that's going on with Devin Haney. It really reminds me of the Terrence Crawford situation, even though I still think it's a different situation. I wish I knew more on the inside. On the outside, it's kind of hard to make assumptions. Things is all over the place. I want to kind of go on a limb and say Eddie Hearn is actually doing enough for Devin Haney. I think from everything that he's saying in interviews, it's kind of hard to really read somebody's what they really thinking nowadays because they can hide it so well. But I'm gonna bring up a few points. So I think that let's throw out the theory of Devin Haney actually leaving, Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Let's throw that out there, and not to throw shade on Eddie Hearn or anything like that, but let's throw it out there. Do you guys think that he could actually land bigger fights if he was actually leave? Because they said he's a free agent, but I'm pretty sure some kind of contractual agreements with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom since they do work together. But Devin Haney, he is kind of put it out there, him and his dad, that they are, indeed are free agents. That's good and all, but do you think if he was to actually go, and I know a lot of people say, hey, why would you go to the PBC and all that other stuff, but do you think that he would get would things be different if he actually went to the PBC? And I wouldn't dare say Top Rank. So only other club is left is PBC. I don't really favor the Top Rank or nothing like that. There's too many fighters over there. Like I say, I've been watching the sport of boxing way too long, and I've seen a ton of fighters, and you can actually see other fighters talking about other fighters leaving Top Rank. So everybody should know, if you're a real boxing fan, if you're a realist, you should know that Top Rank is probably not the place that you will probably favor. But if big stories come out, maybe things can change. If Bob Arum step down and let somebody actually run Top Rank, maybe Top Rank can be actually great one day for a lot of young fighters. But so that only leaves one, and that's the PBC. Do you guys think that Devin Haney would get any other type of treatment as far as landing big fights? I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn is treating him wrong, but a lot of times, like kind of going to court, you want the best lawyer out there. You can have a lawyer that can send you down for years and years. you know, or you can have a lawyer that could actually get you off depending on, you know, what's going on. He could be that good to kind of have evidence and have your back 100% and mean what he say. You know, that's the kind of analogy that I have to give to for people that really don't follow the sport that well. So I think like I say, I think Eddie Hearn, I think he really wants it, because if he can't get Devin Haney to fight, that means that he is not going to get paid on his end. It seems like they are doing everything they can to get the fight with George Kambosos. I have no idea what's going on. It's kind of sad to see. You know, I'm gonna put out something else too. A lot of people look at boxing from the outside. You know, everybody makes assumptions, even myself. But put yourself in Devin Haney's shoes. Say you're a young fighter, you're 24 years old, you did everything that you thought was the right way, you and your dad, and you won a major title, right? And then you had the governing body say, well, we're gonna downgrade him to a Pride champion. You know, you guys have to look yourself in the mirror. What would you think about that? And then, not only that, then they kind of go back and say, okay, he's the WBC champion, the regular champion, or whatever, and you cannot land a big fight no matter what you do, and you get criticized no matter how great you are. And even with the Jojo Diaz fight, Linares fight, people say he got clipped. I mean, when you go into a fight, you're going to get clipped. That's the whole point of the fight. It wasn't nothing spectacular that Devin Haney went through. He got through it. It was more let me put it like this, it was more spectacular that he was a young fighter and he got through that adversity. If you want to go back, everybody called Canelo great, which I agree. Canelo is very special. He is the greatest boxer that's actually active right now. But go back and look at one of his old school fights. He got rocked and he almost lost at his I think it was when he first hit TV. He already had a phenomenal record before he actually hit the United States. But his first big fight on TV, he almost lost. And now look at him. So, you know, Floyd Mayweather, he got rocked, came back. You know, so you got to throw that out the window. But put yourself in Devin Haney's shoes. Let's get back to that. Put yourself in Devin Haney's shoes. What would you think? What would you think as a young fighter? You're doing everything that someone asks you to do, whether it's the sanctioning bodies, your managers, your dad, train other trainers, nutritionists, all that stuff. You're doing everything the right way, and you still can't get a fair shot. You know, Devin. What makes it really bad is Kambosos actually. He said, "Hey, look, now we can talk. You had a good outing against Jojo Diaz. You did what you had to do. Now we can talk." And Eddie Hearn, I give him credit. I mean, he sounded determined to get Devin Haney to fight. He sounded determined in the first few clips that you guys got to see. That we offered everything. We want to fight in your backyard. We give you all the money. We give you the A side. We give you every single thing. And Devin Haney still cannot get the fight. This kid is undefeated. People talk about how great Lomachenko is, but Lomachenko has already taken 2 losses. He's only 16 and he's 16-2. Devin Haney is like 27 and however many knockouts he has, and also undefeated. Not to take away anything from Lomachenko. But the thing is that he has called out Lomachenko. He called out Tank Davis, Teofimo, all the top guys, and he cannot land a big fight. But do you guys, let's ask for another question. Do you guys think if he actually changed his situation, say Devin Haney changed his situation, and he went to go do maybe another type of deal with the PBC to try to land some of those fights, do you think it'll go different? Or do you think that Eddie Hearn is actually doing all he can to get Devin Haney those fights? That's going to be a very hard question to answer. It's very hard. From the outside looking in, it's very hard to answer. But it's a unique question. I think it's a question that should be out there. Should Devin Haney be looking elsewhere? And you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 48. You guys let me know what you think about this topic and all the other topics that I bring up on my channel. If you want to see what I'm wearing, shoptachi.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that are currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video. Without you guys, we would not be about to hit a major milestone on this channel with 200 subscribers, so thank you. If you old to the channel, new to the channel, please try to make sure you watch the full video so you get the full breakdown of the content. If you like the video, please try to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you miss no upcoming videos on this channel. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo.